Hello and welcome to Trivia Game in Excel. My name's Jeff, I'm glad you're here. Let's just jump right in. By the end of this video, you'll be able to just click refresh and Excel will provide a brand new trivia question. This is a really fun video and workbook. Let's head right to Excel. Exercise 1. There's this API endpoint that provides a basic trivia question. We can open it in any browser and we can also get it imported directly into Excel. First, let's open it in my browser. I'm just going to click this link. Okay, this is what's returned, and this is returned in a JSON format. To get this directly into Excel, we're going to use Power Query, which is really good with JSON. Let's go back to Excel. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this base URL, and then we're going to add in the category and difficulty. I've taken the liberty of creating this drop-down list to make it easy. If you've never created a drop-down list before, they're very cool. You go to data validation, you allow a list, and then you give it a comma-separated list of choices. I've done the same thing for the difficulty level. Okay, now to join all these elements together, I'll use the CONCAT function. You could also use the concatenation operator if you'd like. So the first argument is the base URL, and then I do a comma, and then I need to join that to the category that the user selected in C10, comma, and then I need to pass it a text string enclosed in quotes, which is and difficulty equals, close quote, comma, and the last argument is the user selected difficulty here in C11. Close function and enter. And now we have a URL that combines all of those elements. We have the base URL and we have the limit parameter is 1, that's the number of questions. We have the category and the difficulty level. This looks good. Now to get this into Power Query, we're actually going to name this cell. So to name a cell, you select the cell, you head to the name box, and you could name this anything you want. I'm going to call it trivia_URL, and then I'm going to hit enter. And now I've named that cell. And just to confirm, I'm going to click out of that cell, look at the name box, and I'm going to click that cell again and look at the name box and ensure that that name is still there, trivia_URL. Perfect. Now, we need to make this trivia URL available inside of Power Query. So to do that, I'm going to click data and I'm going to use this from table range command. This opens the Power Query editor. Now, it automatically changed the type and promoted headers, which I did not want. So I'm going to undo change type and I'm going to undo promoted headers. This looks better. Now I'm going to right click and drill down. Now it makes this URL available inside of Power Query. So I'm going to go to home, close and load to, and I'm going to send that into a connection only query and click OK. Perfect. Now that URL is available inside of Power Query. Okay, so now let's go get the trivia question. All right, what kind of trivia question do we want to get? Let's do general knowledge and let's make it easy. And these changes flow into this combined URL. Let me close this so we can take a look. Okay, that looks good. So first what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy that URL. Then I'm going to go to data and I'm going to use this from web command. I'm going to paste in the URL and click OK. All right, here in the Power Query editor, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this name. So I'm going to call this question. Enter. All right, good. Now let's navigate. So I'm going to click into record, and this gives us a list of the fields. I'm going to convert this into a table, and then I'm going to transpose. And that just moves everything from rows into columns. Now I can see these column names are column 1, 2, 3. I'd rather use this first row as the column headers, so I'm going to click this Use First Row as Headers command. Perfect. Now, you could keep all these columns if you want. The only ones I want are the correct answer, incorrect answers, and question. So I'm going to select those columns and go to Home, Remove Columns, Remove Other Columns. Okay, this is looking better. Now what I need to do is get the incorrect answers into this cell. So I'm going to click Expand, Extract Values. Okay, and I'm going to pick a delimiter. You could pick anything you like. I'm going to go with semicolon, and I'm going to click OK. Okay, and now I have 3 incorrect answers and 1 correct answer. I want to join those. So I'm going to click Correct Answer and Incorrect Answers. Then I'm going to click Add Column, Merge Columns. Now here I want to use the same separator that I used before. In this case, it's a semicolon. And I'm going to give this new column a name. It's going to be Choices. And I'm going to click OK. So here's our new column. I'm going to delete this incorrect answers column. Now here, the correct answer would always be first. And so what we're going to do to mix it up is we're just going to sort these choices alphabetically. And that way a clever test taker is not going to know that it's always the first choice. So to do that, I'm going to select the choices column. I'm going to go to Transform, Split Column by Delimiter. Here I'm just going to use the same delimiter I used before, which is a semicolon. And I'm going to reveal the advanced options and split these into rows. And then I'm going to click OK. Perfect. Now let's sort these in alphabetical order. So I'm going to select the choices dropdown, select sort ascending. Perfect. And by the way, this is one set of transformations. There are probably a dozen different ways you could accomplish this same basic task. But this looks good enough for me. So what I'm going to do is go to Home, Close and Load To, and I'm going to put it in a table in an existing worksheet. I'm going to pick my cell and I'm going to click OK. Perfect. Now, the last thing we need to do is swap out that static URL for this dynamic URL. So to do that, I'm going to go into Question. I'm going to click on Source. And here, I'm going to replace this static URL. So I'm just going to delete it. And I'm going to replace it with my dynamic one, which was trivia URL. And now I'm going to hit Enter. And now we get this formula firewall error. No worries. What we do to bypass that is we go to File, Options and Settings, Query Options. Under the Current Workbook section, we click Privacy. And then we just ignore. And then we click OK. And this effect only impacts this current workbook. Once that's done, we can refresh the preview. This looks better. And now I can click Home, Close and Load. Okay, perfect. So a new question popped in with our list of choices. Terrific. And now we just need to do some formatting on this. So let's go to the next exercise, exercise 2. All right, and this is Excel, so there's a bunch of different ways to do this. What I'm going to do, just to keep it simple, is I'm just going to go equals. I'm going to cruise over here, and I'm going to point it to this cell, and I'm going to hit Enter. And now that just pulls the question. For the choices, I'm also just going to keep this simple. I'm just going to go equals. I'm going to browse over this table. I'm going to select these list of choices, and I'm going to hit Enter. Perfect. And now, every time we click refresh, this new question with the 4 choices just pops in. Perfect. Now, how do we want to display the answer? Well, there's a bunch of different ways to do this in Excel, but let's take a look at one way in the next exercise, exercise 3. Okay, so one way to do it is just to go equals, and then we can cruise over here. We can just pick the first cell and hit Enter, and that's just going to bring it in. And that way, if we want to look at the question without the answer, we just go to this worksheet. And if we want to see the answer, we can just tab over to the next worksheet. So that's one option. Another option is we could just show or hide the answer using a checkbox. So I click Insert Checkbox. And then on my answer, I'm just going to edit this. And I'm going to say if, and I'm going to point to the checkbox cell. And that's going to be true if it's checked, and it's going to be false if it's unchecked. So if B10, meaning if that is checked, then show the answer. Otherwise, show check to reveal, close function, and enter. And now we can refresh without viewing the answer. So let's go to data and let's click refresh all. Okay, so here's the next question. When I want to see the answer, I can just check this checkbox. And there we got it. And I can hide this or show it as desired. And what if we want to do a little conditional formatting? What I can do is I can select these cells and I can go to Home, Conditional Formatting, and I can say Highlight Cell Rules equal to. And I'm going to say format the cells that are equal to, and I'm just going to point it to this answer cell. And then I'm going to go with green, and I'm going to click OK. And now this just makes it easier to see. So I can uncheck that, but when I reveal it, I also get a conditional formatting cell. And whenever we're ready for a new question, we just go to data and refresh all, and just like that, boom, we got it. All right, now if you'd rather not configure this on your own and you'd rather just download the template, just use the link in the description. It's free to download. Hope that this has been an interesting and fun way to learn about Power Query. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day. Hey Excel user, if you ever need to create summary reports, check out my Pivot Table for Beginners video. It starts at the beginning and shows how to store the data transactions in a table and then how to summarize those transactions with a pivot table report. I hope it helps unlock the incredible power of pivot tables.
This video is a production of Excel University.